Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna be taking the Bonneville on some rips. So Tristan has gotten a new revision from the tuner, Garner, more boost. And we're going to see how it goes. Basically, it was previously running pretty rich when he was flooring it. Also, in the last video where we installed the whole Pro Sport gauge pod holder here, the throttle was also like stopped at like 65% throttle position. So that's fixed. Vacuum's good. He hasn't really given any gas. He was having some shuddering in the trans, or it was, what was it? It was bouncing off rev limiter, not upshifting.
Yeah, and then at wide open, and then it was, it's been shuddering, kind of shifting hard.
But we added some more trans fluid. There is no seal where the dipstick tube is, so it actually leaked like 2 quarts.
For all I know, it still could be low.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That could be the issue, but I don't know if that is the issue.
After we added it, you said it was doing a little bit better, right?
A little bit better, but then, I mean, it's still kind of shifting hard, but it could have just done the same thing, leaked out a little bit. And you got to think that, at least I was thinking about it, the dipstick is on the back of the transmission.
Yeah, so as
if you're
you're going forward and back, it
yeah,
sloshes.
exactly. If you're flooring it, then essentially that could be leaking out when I'm doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if that's the issue, but that could be the issue.
Got HP tuners here, so we're gonna go ahead and upload that. There we go. Damn, those gauges. We got a wire constant memory power. We actually found out the reason he has to hit the button every time it wants to show red is because we didn't wire up there's needed constant 12 volt, and I thought that would drain the battery and it was for something else, but it's for memory. So if you press the button, it'll remember what it was at. So we're gonna wire that up, not today, but eventually, probably when we do the V2 version of the pillar pod holder there.
So just make sure not to touch anything.
Open the door.
Oh God.
He bricked it. Tristan did the biggest rookie move like a week ago. He uploaded the tune at work, and he works late, like up until 10 o'clock. So he bricked his car, like
all I did
30 miles from home.
While writing the tune, I turned off my dome light because I was like, oh shit, that's on. Turn it off, and yep, that destroyed the computer. It would not read at all. I tried everything, disconnect the battery. I tried a whole lot of things, and it would not do it. And so I came back. Then I was stuck at work until 1 a.m. Until someone came and picked me up. Damn. And then I got home, and then I came back to work with my spare PCM, my only other spare besides the Camaros, which wouldn't work. And it worked. It fired right up after I hooked it up. That's the one that's in the car now, and so if I break this one, I'm fucked because I don't have another one. I'll probably get another one from a friend just to have
a spare for sure.
You know, because if I'm doing this, I'm gonna need it. In fact, I mean, Vince hasn't had any problems with his, but the old one that I had, it would fail half the time anyways.
You've had problems also with just the PCM in the car before you even had HB tuners when you're putting the PCM in you got from like ZZP or whatever.
Yeah, I did have issues with that. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I would always have issues, and it would be like like the security learn system. So basically, like, for example, they tell you to unhook your battery, but the PCM needs to be hooked up and read, and then the car turned off and battery unhooked, and then put a new one in. So if, for example, like the car is just off and there's just no memory of the old PCM, and you put the new one in, it thinks it's supposed to have the old one, and it just won't fire up. And I've had that issue, and it was a huge pain in the ass to actually like try and fix that, because ZZP is no help with their support.
Yeah, also one other thing, last weekend Tristan came over. We didn't record any of it, but he was having a coolant leak. We did actually post on Instagram about it, like a story, but yeah, the coolant elbow and then also the heater core, I don't know what you call it, hose was leaking, so we replaced those, and it's not leaking anymore. Then we added trans fluid, and then we also drained his catch can, which was really full. And what else did we do? We also put on a red silicone, unbranded silicone hose.
Oh yeah, for coolant hose. But really weird. I don't know why the coolant elbow started leaking out of nowhere. Don't really know why it did that. And then the back of it, where the heater hose meets the tensioner, it's got a bolt in it that secures it, but for some reason that was leaking too. It timed out. You see how it does this every now and again? It timed out. Better not have, like, we didn't do anything for it to fuck my PCM up.
We could try closing the windows and unhooking our seatbelts.
Yeah, we could try that. Just
Hopefully
don't do any of that until
now.
it's done.
Yeah. Also, one other thing, we recharged the AC. You saw that video, guys, but right now, oddly, just the passenger side bank is working. Tristan's driver's side isn't working. So we've kind of narrowed it down to one thing. It either being low refrigerant, but we just recharged it, or it was like a door actuator or some type of body actuator.
So it's called a blender door, and it has to do with the dual climate control. And so basically, you know, both sides has that controller that lets one side have a certain temperature, the other have the other temperature. And so
that sounds exactly what's happening.
And so there we go. Oh,
you rated it twice.
Oh, fuck it. I guess
double right.
It should just like that menu should just go away so that doesn't happen.
Yep.
So anyways, yeah, that is obvious that hopefully the issue it's right behind the glove box.
Nice. Open it.
Do not. Garner, the person who's tuned it, has actually bricked an ECU by opening up his glove box.
Why is that? Why?
And the thinking is because like it's always something electronic, just like my dome light. And he's actually popped someone else's PCM by opening a door, and that turns on the dome light, and the glove box usually has a light in it. So maybe it's something like that.
My Mustang, when I tune it, I mean, I'm not using HP tuners, I'm using SET stuff, but if I open the window or open the door, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. I was always superstitious of it, though, or suspicious of it.
That's weird. And, you know, this is going to fail again, but hopefully it won't actually matter since it already has it.
An abort.
Yeah. So hopefully it already has it, and
now let's fire it up and see.
Try.
You want to do a data log?
Yeah, we will.
All right, guys, had to jump it, but here we're back. Ooh, baby.
That was it.
Yeah, it was. So we wrote the tune and I accidentally wrote it twice, and it stopped. And we turned it, and it wasn't running. Turns out it was just battery voltage. So we got a jump box on it, and you can actually check battery voltage from in here. Right now, it's just showing check tire pressure, but it was showing like 11 volts, and the dash was dim, and it would basically, these would shut off and the dash would shut off and then come back, and then it would time out. So
makes me think maybe that PCM wasn't dead, maybe it was low voltage, but then again, I did have your other jump box. You know, this one has always been tried and true.
The Duralast is kind of crap, but this one's great.
And I think what it is I think that this battery is just so big that your other one just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Because this is an 840 cold cranking amp battery.
That came and jumped my Mustang.
You can't? No. Okay. So maybe it's not just the Mustang, obviously. So apparently,
I'm gonna go remove those there, and then I'll
leave it running. I think that to data log, I don't actually need to. I don't need to like turn it off or anything. What you do need to do, what's interesting, is
well, I mean, if you wanted to record the startup, you could have, but
you go between one another. You have to unplug this guy.
Why?
You just do. I don't know why. If you go between the editor and the scanner, you just gotta unplug it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab those jump boxes off, and we'll go on a test drive. All right, guys, we're going on a little rip, watching with HP tuners here. You hear the whirring. So unfortunately, it doesn't really pick it up on camera so well. I remember when we just did the last video, driving around and listening to the footage, it doesn't pick up really well, but it sounds like a whirring. It's just like something rotational. So we're suspecting either the supercharger pulley, or it could be something with the transmission, because, you know, we rebuilt it, so who knows. Definitely on the passenger side, so that's where the supercharger snout is, and also where, you know, an axle comes through. So
then the differential is,
it could be a wheel hub. That's also, yeah, that's the differentials right there, so it could be the diff.
Yeah, it could be the diff. It sounds like
acceleration,
and it sounds like it quiets down whenever it upshifts. So
that to me doesn't mean that it's differential, because when I did 373s on my Mustang, they whined from day one, and it doesn't change with RPM. It's just acceleration or deceleration. It could be, you know, possibly something got too dry when the lack of transmission fluid was there, and maybe that created some friction. And you see, like, that shift was not terrible, but is a little harder than it normally did. Should this be recording TPS? Throttle position? I think it should, yeah. It shows 0. All right, I'll watch it when you give some gas here.
You know what it could be? Is it could be...
oh, no, it's recording now.
Oh, okay.
I just caught it when it was not.
I was going to say, Vince has this set up to his Trans Am, so some of the sensors are not the same.
Oh, okay. Jesus, yeah, it's so loud.
It is loud, and it's
hopefully
annoying.
you guys can hear it on camera, but it is loud. That shifted kind of hard.
And I've noticed sometimes when I'm just cruising along, I would assume more than 10% throttle, the transmission kind of hunts for different gears, so it'll go into overdrive, and then it will downshift, and then it will do it a couple times.
Yeah.
And that's not good. That means that it's slipping. Let's see.
Trans fluid temp 120 degrees.
What's the coolant? Is it all the way up?
183.
Okay,
yep.
So it's good enough to
go on some rip.
In fact, I think now.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to see it go. Check that bypass valve.
Yeah,
I wonder if it was just dumping there.
Yeah, let me pull into a side road.
Yeah.
And we can hook it up differently. Yeah, so it's not tune related. What that?
No, it was just dumping all the boost.
Well, I mean the transmission.
Oh yeah,
At
the trans.
It banging off the rev limiter. I think something's hurt. Something's slipping.
Yeah, it's well, not slipping. It's just not wanting to upshift. So it's kind of like, what gear were you in? I didn't see.
Fucking the computer's blinding me. I was in first and going into second.
So first to second gear, 1-2 shift was having issues. Might be trying for transmission rebuild 2.0.
Yeah, it might be. I would love could have pulled in there. I love the sound of a Triple Edge Performance built transmission. But I'm not really looking to spend $3,000 on a transmission when I want to spend that on the Camaro instead.
Yeah, we might build a transmission. Hello?
The fuck? Scared the shit out of me.
That did scare me too.
The person in front of me just honked as they were passing, and I don't know them. Assholes, let's get the shit out of me and Davis.
I think they were honking at somebody on the road, like he was walking on the side.
But yeah, I would rather spend the expensive money on a transmission on the Camaro rather than this. Because at the end of the day, this is a daily driver, so...
We just get a new reman unit, maybe, or even rebuild this one, get new bands, clutches, everything.
Yeah, just replace all the consumables in it. Maybe I'll try shifting it early myself.
Yeah, sure, you can try that. No reason not to. Yeah, just pull over here and take a look.
We have it routed like this just to test it. But, yeah, don't let that burn on the header.
There we go. So we'll see if that works better. 4 pounds.
Yeah, it was making more.
Yeah. It's making more boost. Who knows if it's making what it needs to be making.
I also have some trans fluid in a funnel in case we want to put more in, but I have, well, we could check it. I don't know if I have anything to wipe.
Press those buttons. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait till we get that wired in so I don't have to do that every time.
Yeah.
The red's a lot easier on the eyes too.
Yeah, it is, for sure, especially at night.
The white is really fucking bright at night. But yeah, it feels really good. Besides the slight hard shifting, and when I'm talking hard, I mean this thing shifts so smoothly that that
it's noticeable for sure.
A rough shift, what I'm describing, is not a rough shift in reality. You know, I've been in Vince's transmission, I've been in Vince's car. That thing shifts hard.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
My car shifts hard too.
Oh my God, does it shift hard? But
it's meant to. It's a high stall like converter.
It is meant to do that. This thing, it shifts like a Cadillac. You know, you don't really feel it, but now that I can feel it, I know that it's not right.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna try manually shifting it?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. All right, boys. We haven't done this one forever. None of our cars have been ready for it. Shifted. Oh my God. Dude, it's so much faster. Even at 5 pounds.
Dude, this thing
That's a rocket.
God damn, these brakes need to be upgraded because they don't like stopping.
Dude, at the track, you're gonna easily like.
You think?
You're probably gonna trap like over 100 miles per hour easily. I don't remember what you were doing before.
I think it was like 99.
Yeah, you're easily gonna be over 100. Like, that was fast. That felt good. If you remember, guys, this is where we did the Project F video, the original one. So it's pretty cool. Oh, baby. Damn, it sounds so good, guys. Oh my God. Dude, that sounded so good. And when you did that first rip, like when you're heading that way, you were kicking up so much smoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the tires were spinning, yeah.
Damn.
That was like the first burnout it's ever done in its life. Standing burnout, I guess.
That is definitely the farthest it has ever done that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get it. Now,
dude, that looks so good. Yeah, it did. Well, I mean, it was not a standing burnout at all or anything.
No,
like
it
that.
wasn't.
You left, but it was so good.
That e-brake will never be able to sustain that. But yeah, did it leave a mark on the fucking...
Oh, I'm fucking sure.
Let's go back and see a little bit of it. Hopefully it's there. I'd love to see some rubber on the road. I don't think it did.
Keep going back. No, it did. It sure did. Right there. Yeah, you got the two 11s.
Yeah, that's right.
You can see it right there. There's the 11s.
Yeah, look at that.
Hell yeah. Cool. Hell yeah.
And you know, I definitely should have upshifted.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely think it needs some fluid now, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's shifting a little harder.
Trans temp's 194. It's not horrible.
Oh shit. That's high though.
That's like operating temp. I gave it the lane.
But normally with this trans cooler, I haven't seen it get too much higher than 100 over ambient. So the trans cooler seems to be doing good.
Yeah.
Like I bet it will start falling off pretty soon.
That was badass. Good job.
Dude, I can't wait to see the video back.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for that.
Man.
We're gonna be sending this transmission out, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, watch the
sticky tires, burnout, rolling burnout.
Watch the trans stat. What's it getting to now?
194, 196. Okay. It's jumping between 194 and 196.
Okay, we'll see if it starts going down.
Engine coolant's holding run at 185. Intake air temp shows 117, but that's kind of what it's showing there. 125 and then 150. The intake air temps are for sure like high, like after the intercooler. So we're gonna be working on getting like more airflow in the engine bay, because if we lower the engine bay temps, it's gonna be sucking in colder air and it just operate better. If we can drop 10 degrees, that'd be really good. Yeah, what makes a lot of difference is especially the cold air intake is a metal tube, and so if that's heating up with every single thing in the engine bay. So you know, that's not helping at all. Yep. I see usually between a 30 and 60 degree delta between the two, but which is, I mean, that's normal, but it needs to be better. Yeah, it definitely needs to be better. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna head back, and we'll catch you once we're back. Hey guys, forgot to record an outro for that video, but burnouts were awesome. The Bonneville's awesome. Just like finally being able to drive it. It's been a long time since we've been able to do anything close to that with the car, which is awesome. It did seem like boost was low, so we're still trying to figure out that. We're thinking we should probably be closer to 10 pounds at least with the setup it has. It's a 3-inch pulley. It does have a cam and full exhaust and, you know, intake and North Star throttle body, but it should still be making more than 5 pounds at, you know, our, you know, red line. So still figuring that out. Also, the intake temps are really bad. So I actually got my before and after sensors on my supercharger, so my supercharged Mustang, so it records at the intake and then records in the manifold to record the differences in temperature there. And my system's pretty overkill, but his is definitely not where it should be, so we think we need to get more airflow to the heat exchanger as well as just into the engine bay, and then maybe even some like heat wrap for the exhaust manifolds and also the intake pipes. So we're going to be doing that for sure. Thanks for watching. I believe we're hitting 3,000 subscribers with this video, so thanks everyone for subscribing. Definitely leave a like. We appreciate it, and see you in the next video.